So, you're thinking about moving to Golden, Colorado, but you're not exactly sure what its overall vibe is or what it has to offer. Well, in this video, we'll talk about exactly that. Then we'll jump in the truck, drive around a couple neighborhoods, show you a couple houses, 3 houses actually, in different price points to see what fits in your budget. And with that, we'll get after it right now. Now, if this is your first time to our channel, go ahead, hit subscribe or tap that bell, and you'll get notified when we put out new content every week. My name's Adam. The team and I get calls, texts, and emails every day from people just like you, thinking about living in Colorado, in Golden, and the surrounding areas. Now, as I mentioned, we're in Golden, crossing over 12th Street here. Got a lot of trucks going by. They're doing some construction down at the Coors Brewery, which is at the end of this street, and it's the world's largest one-site brewery, which means they do all of their brewing, or did at the time, in one place. They didn't have different areas. Coors Banquet is only allowed to be brewed here per their recipe. They got to use clean Colorado water coming from Clear Creek. As you can see, Washington Ave, it's pretty busy right now. It's a Monday afternoon, about lunchtime. We've got tons of shops and bars. We've got a barber shop right here, old school candy cane pole. We've got mom and pop stores. A lot of people come into Golden on the weekends and in the daytime, especially when it's nice weather. Attracts people because there's live music in a lot of these places, festivals, and also the School of Mines is just up the hill, so it's a college town as well. Speaking of which, there's about 20,000 people that live in Golden proper. So if you're looking for that small town vibe, you'll find it here. We're nestled up against Lookout Mountain just to the west. We've got Tabletop Mountain over there, and it's a valley where Clear Creek spans at this point north and south, and then it turns east. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, we're here to help. So find our information in the description below and give us a call. Coming up on 13th Street now, and it's starting to go up a hill. I don't think I needed my workout just yet, so I'm gonna wrap up here. We're gonna take you to some other neighborhoods around and show you some houses in some different price points. So we'll jump in the truck and get after it right now. All right, so we made it to our first property, literally 2-minute drive from the opener there on Washington Avenue. As I mentioned, Golden's a little bit more pricier than the surrounding metro area, so I only found one spot that's for sale right now in the 400s. This is actually a little different than what we normally do. They haven't built it yet. They're taking over this parking lot. It used to be part of the Wells Fargo here, and they're building brand new condos. They're gonna be 1 bed, 1 bath, pretty small, about 600 square foot, but it's brand new. It's in walking distance to everything. We've got a great view, Tabletop Mountain back here, right there. Other side of us, as I mentioned, Lookout Mountain there. So we'll throw some pictures up of what the inside should look like here for this new build. Not expected to be completed until about this time next year, springtime 2024. But at $425, it's a brand new property, brand new condo in the heart of Golden. So location, you can't beat it. Coors Brewery's right there. You can kind of see some of the buildings. They actually offer free tours every day. 1 per day. They do check your driver's license and take note, so you can't go in and come back. And they do that because they actually offer 3 free tasters at the end of the tour. So as you can see, this site, I mean, the mountains they surround all of us. This used to be the drive-through for the Wells Fargo, and that's why they've got the fence up, about ready to start breaking ground here. But for this price point, $425. I mean, I found some other houses on the outskirts of Golden. really was just mostly land that you were going to really be buying because the houses really needed to be teared down. So I figured we'd do something a little different. Show you this site here. I mean, as you can see, everywhere you look is a different mountain. So prime location, a couple blocks off of Washington Avenue. $425,000 for a brand new condo, 1 bed, 1 bath. Obviously brand new, no one's lived in it before. Get to pick your finishes and such. But the pictures they have available that I'll show, the place looks really nice. So that's this here. We'll wrap up, drive around the neighborhood a little bit, and show you the next house. All right, so we're coming up on our second house here. Now remember, I said Golden's more expensive than much of the metro area, and this is a good representation of that. This particular house we're coming up on, built in 1950, just almost 1,200 square feet, but it's listed at $600,000, and it needs some work. I feel like it hasn't been touched since the 50s. You got red carpet and green carpet and wood paneling and all that stuff. But you know, you've probably heard the old saying in real estate is location, 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 and this one doesn't disappoint. I mean, again, we've got Tabletop Mountain over here, got Lookout Mountain behind us. This is the house that's for sale. You know, that square footage, size, and price puts us right about, I think it's $537 a foot. Now normally I say 300 bucks is where we want to be at, but again, Golden's a little different. In terms of location, we're just 1 block off of Washington Avenue, and a couple blocks that way is where we had our opener. So and certainly walking distance to all the fun happening stuff in downtown Golden. But at 600, you know, needs a lot of work. So you're really paying for the location, this quiet neighborhood. I mean, once this gets fixed up, I'm sure it'd be $1 million home, even at the size. But with some updating, I mean, this house is kind of got that rustic Colorado charm. Again, the mountains are right there, so it's almost like beachfront property, right? Think of it that way. Golden is nestled right up against the mountains, which makes the price a little bit higher. So again, 2 bed, 2 bath. Didn't see a garage there. I just saw a carport. Could probably enclose that carport area if you needed a garage. Pretty big lot. It's set off the street a good ways. Got a backyard, kind of closed in patio back there. But again, it's location, location, location. This street is extremely quiet, even though we're just minutes away from downtown Golden. So you'd be happy having a quiet neighborhood here with these beautiful views. Got the sunrise coming over these mountains, sunset in your backyard for those mountains. So we'll go ahead. I'll drive up and down the streets here so you can get an idea of the other houses. Again, this one was built in 1950. A lot of these are. But quiet neighborhood, and you can't beat the location. So we'll go ahead, jump in the truck, and we'll drive around the neighborhood. Alright guys, so we're here at our third house. Came all the way up to Northside Golden, all of a 6-minute drive from that second property. This house, it's actually built in 1969. It's got 4 bed, 3 bath, almost 2,300 square feet. Listed at $845. It's been completely remodeled inside. It looks great, and I just can't get over all these views. We're just out in the front street here. You see the mountains right there. I mean, this is one of those typical tri-level homes where you walk in, you got your main level here on the left-hand side. Go upstairs for some bedrooms. Downstairs, got your extra living room, 2-car garage. Getting a little bit closer to that $300 a square foot that we want to see. It's about $395. Again, Golden is a little higher than the rest of the metro area, so I think this house is priced pretty well. It's only been on the market for a couple days, and I expect it to go pretty fast. nothing needs to be done except for come in and hang a picture of the family or the dog, because it is move-in ready. Again, a quiet street. We got some landscapers doing some work next door, so that's the noises you hear. But other than that, we've got a nice neighbor across the street. He was out there raking his yard. He was pretty friendly. He waved and we chatted up a little bit. But overall, this house, again, we're on the north side of Golden, but it was just a 6-minute drive to Washington Avenue. So for $845, completely remodeled, good size house, great neighborhood. I mean, Golden is a small town, and you get that feeling when you drive up and down these neighborhood streets. So what I'll do is wrap up here. We'll drive around this particular neighborhood just so you can see the other houses around it, and yeah, we'll get after it. All right, so that wraps up our video for today. Wanted to finish off down here by the Clear Creek on this walking trail here. You can take it a couple miles up. Actually, a lot of people do ride their bikes, even take tubes and come down the river and go back up. Here in Golden, they do a lot of indoor-outdoor living, meaning they take their outdoor activity seriously. Going up Lookout Mountain, you can kind of see it through the trees here. And you see a lot of bike riders go up the mountain and come down. The calves on them are so big, man. I could never do that on a bike. But there's tons of people that do it, as well as tube and kayak down the creek here. You know, you can see that's Wash Ave right here, where this bridge is. That's where we started the video. So just maybe I'll block that way is where we started, so you can see people enjoy their sports outside, go have some lunch, listen to some live music. I know when nighttime comes around, they don't really have much of a nightlife except for some bars and play pool and whatnot. Although the School of Mines is here, as I mentioned, it's a small town, 20,000 people just about that live here in Golden proper. This trail actually keeps going east and connects into Denver. So you see a lot of people on the weekends riding their bikes all the way up to Golden, having their lunch, and then going back into the city. Since we're so close to the mountains, it tends to be a little bit cooler than downtown Denver. But overall, the vibe here in Golden, it's pretty chill. It's a small town, and you know, you start to get to know your neighbors, because there's only a few establishments to go to, so you'll run into them all the time. And as we've said, we love helping people make a smooth transition to living in Colorado, whether that's in Golden, in Denver, or the surrounding areas. So we'll go ahead, wrap it up here, and until next time, maybe we'll see you around town.